Hi, so it's the weekend, so this is another kind of non-instructional, just by the way video since I won't see my students for a month or more. So I just wanted to show you kind of what I work on and what my workspace looks like at home. One of the nice things about teaching technology is it's actually something that I have a passion for outside of work. It's a hobby, and I particularly like how broad it is. So I have this sort of more on the electrical side of things. This is my Angry Blender drone. I can barely fly it. Right now I can't fly it at all. It's in several pieces. And then I've got all the rest of my equipment here to work on it. So these little helping hands, my soldering iron, all that stuff. This is the flooring that I actually installed in another part of the house. But it's nice because I had extra and I get to have kind of a cleaner work surface. And if it gets really bad, I can just throw it out. So some of the stuff I'm talking to you about in class are some of the things that I do at home. One of the things that we're definitely going to talk about first is safety. And you might have heard PPE mentioned a lot in the recent time. So let me show you what my personal protective equipment looks like when I'm working on stuff in my shop.
So I've got the respirator for sawdust, for small particles, for this is actually good for some fumes too, so I can do some painting. Usually I'll do painting and stuff outside. I've got this because some of the equipment gets loud and I need to be able to hear, so I'll wear this for anything that will potentially be loud. And of course safety glasses, which is going to be the big thing for us in class, to have our eyes covered.
So this is more of my like woodworking workbench. So I don't do any soldering over here. I actually built this table to fit the stuff on it and it just barely fits, but I don't have a very big basement. So I needed it to be very compact. So just kind of a quick run through. I've got a table saw for cutting things, a router for kind of curving edges and doing some profile work. I've got a lathe for some small wood projects, such as this Harry Potter one that I made. Belt sander for sanding things quickly, drill press for making nice perpendicular holes in stuff. Another cool thing, so there's your normal, go to like a hardware store, pine board, but there's some woods that come in some really cool textures and colors. This wood is literally purple. This is Paddock, which is actually when I get a finish on, it's going to be kind of a reddish color. That was cool. And then this wood's actually crazy light for what it is. Like it looks bigger than these other ones, but it's actually the lightest piece on the table. I'll just go ahead and dub over this because I'll be more succinct. Basically, when you get more into things, you can kind of get more familiar with your options. And when I got into woodworking, I originally just started making everything out of pine. But once I had a chance to go in and look at other stuff, I found some really cool alternatives. So that's just been a tour of my workshop. I'll post more work next week. Have a wonderful weekend.